Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's new makeup releases. That is this week on a Sunday. This is a blast from the past. If you've been with me for a couple of years, I actually used to have my new makeup releases on Sundays, but because I didn't want to be working during weekends, I moved them until Friday. But I've been on a week-long vacation to Orlando with my friends going to Disney, and I didn't just want to skip new makeup releases, so I'm putting it up on a Sunday instead. This is the show on YouTube where I talk all about the new makeup releases, how I feel about them, if I want to pick them up. I'll let you know about upcoming releases and some stuff that's going on, and whether or not we're interested in picking these things up. I always love hearing what you think down in the comments. So let's just jump in because I have some really fun things to talk about. I didn't bother doing anything with my hair today. I'm surprised I even was able to drag my tired ass into the shower and just wash it. It's been a long week, y'all, okay? It's been a lot. There are some really fun things to talk about this week, and I cannot wait to dive in. I did film the look that I have on right now. I filmed it for Instagram. It's gonna come up in a little bit. Just letting you know, what I have on my eyes is being revealed tomorrow. And I know we're going to be talking about some fun stuff in today's episode, but I'm telling you right now, the most exciting launch of this season is being revealed tomorrow. So hold on to your horsies, because it's going down Monday the 18th. And with that being said, oh, I bought a new chair. I love this chair. It is the most comfy chair I've ever had in my life. It is a little bit more heavy than the one I had before, so I am gonna be scoochie, but it's a little bit more heavy. If you're interested in it, let me know and I'll link it. I'd probably forget, but let me know and I'll link it. It is truly the most comfortable chair ever. I'm so happy with it. Let's start talking about some stuff that I have here in front of me, and I just want to gauge your interest on what you are the most interested in seeing. I did get the Samarian Sunset. It is here. This is the palette by Adept. We've talked about this before. I think it is up for pre-sale again, and this is the palette inspired by a Samarian Sunset drink in Star Trek. So if you know, you know, and it is pretty much this color scheme if we're gonna be honest. Oop, I want to do something with this. I think I'm gonna do another one of those like 4 palettes, 4 looks, and I think I'll be including this one because it's really cute, and I think I will be including this one as well. This is the Haunted palette by Gourmande Girls. I think this one has been revealed. It has the ghosties with the mosties on the front, and this is the color story, and this is by Gourmande Girls. I will say this is color story wise, they're not dupes to the former palette, but I will say my initial impression when I opened this one was, this is a fairly similar color story in theory to the palette they released before with the greens, the yellows, and the purples. Definitely not dupes, but they are in the same universe. So I want to do, and not maybe some kind of comparison as well. I really like everything. It looks super pretty. I'm excited to be trying it out, so let me know if you would like me to include this one as well. I also did get, that is downstairs, the Colourpop and the Haunted Mansion collection. Now that I've actually rode the Haunted Mansion in Disney, and I will be doing a collection talking a little bit about Disney. Oh, and I did film vlogs. They're gonna come on my vlog channel. I have over 2 hours of film material, so there's gonna be several vlogs coming on my vlog channel in case you're interested in seeing me plus a bunch of other YouTubers at Disney. I already told you about the Basic Witch palette from Bella Beauté Bar, and I also have the Recently Deceased, so I'm not 100% sure how I will be doing something with these. This one I did show you. It looks like this. There are some like, I don't know if they're duochromes or multichromes, but it's a very cute palette. It's like a pinky purpley color story with a couple of pops of other things. And then the other one, I actually got this one. I opened it now that I came back from Disney. It is the Recently Deinfluenced, not Deceased. Oh, is that the... Recently Deceased is the Beetlejuice. So this is the Recently Deinfluenced palette. And I don't think they were meant to come out this close to each other, but I've heard that there were some delays on this one. So this is more of a reddish orange with a bunch of shimmers. This palette is pretty shimmer heavy. I prefer a palette to be a little bit more on the matte heavy side, but I will say there is a bunch of really cool shades in here, and I really love the two. I think you can see in the palette here, yeah, that it's like a green going to an orange going to a red. So there are some really fun shades in here. I'm wondering about the price range of these. I haven't looked at the price. but I can already tell that there are some special shades in here. So my guess would be that these are a little bit more on the pricey side just due to how these shades look. But I will put everything down below in the description box. All the things that I'm going to be talking about is going to be in the description box. I will also put some links and some affiliate codes if I have that. Everything will be down below. Usually I put like a pinned comment about the things that I have on my face, but since you're going to be seeing this launch tomorrow, just like I said, hold on to your horses or your panties, or whatever you choose to hold on to. Another indie release that is coming soon is this one from Ensley Rain Cosmetics. This is the Whispers of Autumn Magic. I think that's what it's called. This is a super cute palette. This is also a little bit more on the shimmer heavy side. I love that there are more mattes than shimmers on a palette, or at least a 50-50 split, but I still think that this is a cute, really cute palette. I like the color story of this one. It is murky and grungy and with some like more bright pops, and I think that's super cute. This is just under $90, which is a typical price for Ensley Rain because they have like special shades in there. And this is just what happens when you have a lot of special shimmers in a palette. It just ends up being a little bit more of an expensive palette. Ensley Rain did reach out to me and asked me if they could send me some stuff, no strings attached, as PR. So I don't know if they're sending me this one or if they're sending me something else, but I'm super excited to see what it is, and I will for sure be including it somewhere because I've heard my friends really rave about this brand and I cannot wait to try it out and let you know if it's actually worth the almost $90 or not. Another indie release that we have is that we have like, I think this is an anniversary collection from Cleona Cosmetics. Cleona is having their yearly anniversary, and Cleona is one of my favorite indie brands. They do amazing stuff. And you know what really makes me happy about this one? There is 2 shimmers and there is 1 matte, and then there are matching nail polishes. One of them is a matte. Does this mean the return of Clionadh mattes? I really, really hope so, because I know Clionadh is known for the stained glass shadows, but I have been using Clionadh from way back before the stained glass, when they were just doing like duochromes and shimmers and mattes, and their mattes are great. And I really, really hope that this will be the return of their mattes, because they had some really fun mattes, some really good quality mattes, and their normal like shimmers and duochromes are absolutely incredible. So I'm just like very excited about this because I feel like this is the beginning of something new, and this is maybe the beginning of, or maybe like the return of the palettes from Cleona that has mattes and shimmers. And I'm just like really hoping that's the case because I remember those were beautiful. Fairly sure that this is an indie brand too, so I'm just gonna be like swooping it in here after the indie brands. And this is EXO Beauty by Shan EXO, and she has released a new collection that is called the Terracotta collection. I'm very excited to see EXO Beauty still releasing stuff. I haven't heard anything from the brand in a bit, but this looks like a really, really cute collection. There is a eyeshadow palette, a water activated eyeliner palette, there's some lippies, and there are some false lashes. It all looks very, very cute. As you saw here, I have a bunch of palettes to release, and at this time during the year, you have to be a little, you know, what is the most exciting thing and what are the things I really want to pick up and really want to review, and I want to help you find your best holiday releases as well. So sometimes it's like, oh, this is limited edition, once it's gone, it's gone. It might make you feel a little FOMO, like you need to pick it up at this very moment. But I will say that unless it is a brand where things truly do sell out and does not come back, I would say just, I don't know, calm down a little bit and think about it and get the thing that you really think is for you. And even though I think that this looks really, really beautiful and I like the mix of it, and this palette almost reminds me of the Natasha Denona Sendo palette, which I haven't really liked. I just don't think that I need another palette review in my life, but I will say it looks really, really pretty. This is one of the things that I am very excited about, and this one has not been revealed or released yet. This is just an upcoming sneak peek from Cosmic Brushes about something that is coming. And this is their Gothic palette. And this one says, if I zoom in, it says 12 color palette. So this will be a smaller palette, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this is. I'm excited to see something darker from them, because this is what I'm guessing, it's an all black front, because they've had some like some brights, some pastels, they had some colorful grunge moment, and I'm truly excited to see if this is gonna be even darker and grungier and just really truly gothic. You know, I'm not into like gray eyeshadow, but I know there's a lot of people that are, so I'm thinking maybe this will be a couple of grays as well. So I'm very excited about this one for sure. She did tell me that she was gonna send it to me as soon as she was able, which is like not yet. So yeah, this is one of those where it's like I'm excited to see where it is once we know, but I will for sure be featuring this on my channel. We need to talk about the McGrath Holiday release, right? It's been a roller coaster of emotion. That was a lot, but I still get very excited. There's a couple of brands like when I hear they're gonna release something new, I'm like, ooh, maybe this will be the one where I'm like, ooh, head over heels, I need to buy everything. And initially when I saw the release, especially when McGrath does her own little palette, like her own little reveal videos where she's like having that sparkle filter on, and there's a bunch of Instagram accounts that use that exact same filter when they're doing swatches and like eye looks and stuff as well. It just makes multichromes and duochromes and sparkles look even more intense, and they're like slightly out of focus. It does really show, I don't want to say it shows the shadows from their best side. It's maybe even showing them from a side that they actually like maybe do not even have outside of social media. And I was excited because I was like, oh, there seems to be a lot of fun stuff in here. But then when I really saw the pictures, and I'm having some kind of a collage here, but I'm sure that you'll be able to see them soon on her website. I'm sure there's going to be previews up on Sephora soon as well. There is 4, I think, the quints with 5 eyeshadows, and then there are 2 bigger palettes. There are 9 pans plus 2 blushes, and then there seems to be 3 like cheek trios, and there are 3 colored mascaras. And I will say the palettes, one of them looks like every other palette she's ever done with the browns and the pinks, and then there's 2 like sagey green shimmers. Those look beautiful, but like I have that. The other one looks exactly like that C-3PO palette. I think one of the Star Wars palettes she had a while ago, this looks exactly like that. It might even be exactly that. But then the 5 pans, I will say, I do think that the one that has a matte purple, I think I will pick that one up. There is one that has all shimmers, and I will say all of the shimmers look incredible, but I don't do all shimmer palettes. I've said that before, so if that had just had like one matte, I probably would have gone for that. But I think I will, this might change, but I think I will pick up the one with the matte purple. I really do like the quality of the McGrath eyeshadows. I just feel like they're usually not a color story that gets me excited. I really did like that Bridgerton one though. I thought that one was super cute. I had the first one. Oh, what does that matter? They look pretty much the same, both of them. The cheek palettes look really beautiful, but I need to figure out if they are new shades or existing shades. Because I do have a bronzer from her, because I think it's a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. And I need to make sure that it's a bronzer shade that works for me. And also I need to make sure that I at least not more than one is a duplicate. Because I do have some stuff from McGrath and I love her cheek products. But I just need to figure out that I'm not getting a trio that has like 2 products that I already own. Because that will be 1 product I can go with. But 2 or 3, that's just unnecessary. So the big palette is going to be 76 and the small ones are going to be 36, and then you have the trios for the cheeks are going to be 56 and the mascaras are 34. There's going to be some value bundles as well, and you are able to sign up for first access, and I will leave that down below in case you are interested and you're like, I cannot miss this. I will leave that down below, but this will launch at Sephora as well. This is just a quick announcement that e.l.f. has let us know that they're releasing some new shades in some very popular products. It is going to be in the Halo Glow, the face ones. There's going to be in the Halo Glow the little poofy makeup, and also in the sunscreens, which I think is a really, really good idea. And honestly, I always, and I've said this for years on my channel, I always appreciate when brands expand the shade range of popular products, because that lets us know that they believe in the product and they want to keep it around. And it also lets even more people find their perfect shade. I will not be picking any of these up because even though I think the products are nice, they're not my absolute favorites. So I think I'm just gonna opt out. I like the bronzer though. The poofy bronzer, that's a great one. That one I think is beautiful. Rare Beauty is also expanding, and she's coming up with one more shade in her bullet lipsticks. And this is a bold red shade, which is very smart for the holiday season. And this is her yearly, last year she had the liquid mousse colors. She came up with a color where 100% of the sales go to the Rare Impact Fund to increase access to mental health services for young people. And I did buy the shade from last year. I actually bought that one, and I might buy this one as well. It is exclusively available at the Rare Beauty website, and the reason why it's only available at the Rare Beauty website is because if they were to donate 100% of the sales to this fund, Sephora would still want, I think it's 40 or 50% of the sales, so it would just be like an utterly bad deal for them. So if you wanted to buy this lipstick, and it looks incredible on Selena here, it is on the Rare Beauty website, and I actually really like it. I am considering it. Another product that's coming in a new shade is the Kissu lip mask from Tatcha, and this is in the Wisteria limited edition shade. It is $29. I know a lot of people really love this lip mask, and I think coming out with like an orchid purple is a nice shade because everybody's doing pinks. It's just nice to see something else. And the prize for the worst product photography 2023 goes to Profusion, and this photo filmed in purple fog of the new Casper collection. And you might think, no, that's just a bad picture that someone took. No, this is their official picture. This picture is from Profusion. You can't see anything that's going on here. It's such a weird picture. It just looks like someone just put like purple lip gloss on the lens of the camera. But this one should be launching really soon. I think it's coming to Walmart. I have no idea about any of, honestly, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can see there's a mirror, I can see there are brushes and the sponges are beautiful, but who knows what those compacts or those things, I don't know, you can't see anything. It's just such a weird thing. But there seems to be, I'm guessing lip products, I'm guessing cheek products, lashes, makeup bag, there's a makeup palette in the background, who knows what kind of color story that one has, just weird. I honestly, sometimes I feel like Profusion is just being ran by a group of school kids as a school project. Essence did not get the memo that we are tired of the color changing makeup, and they're like, oh, we're going in and we're going big. So this is the pink is the new black collection, and it's color changing makeup in all kinds of forms and shapes and sizes that you did not think you need, and let's be honest, you kind of do not, but it's blush, powder, brush, lip tint, makeup sponge, lip glow, lip and cheek balms. There's some nails, they're not pictures here, and some nail stickers, they're also not pictured. This is a cute stocking stuffer for your 11-year-old niece. Let's move on. ABH is continuing their ongoing trend of only releasing one shade in their highlighters, and this is the part of the holiday 2023 collection. This is the Glow Seeker Highlighter. It seems to be in only one shade. It's just Sun Idol. This is the thing. ABH had that Amrezy highlighter, and people were like, oh my god, it's the absolute best. It's the best highlighter, the best color, the best formula. And then they released that. It was part of their like brow freeze collection. It was like in white with a gold shift, and that highlighter was dry, crusty, and not good. I decluttered that one. Like, it came and it went in my collection because it was not good, and it makes me wonder, is this that, or is this the Amrezy highlighter? And also, why one shade? Could we not afford more? Like 2, 3, 7? What's going on? Here's something that I might pick up. I feel like this is one of those things that I want to pick up because I'm sure that Sephora is going to have a Sephora sale just around the corner. And Sephora brand, which is usually, I think it's like 30% off or something during the Sephora sale, they're releasing an all-in-one cream color, like a cream blush. One of them seems to be orange, and I'm excited. It's available now in the UK. I'm sure it's going to launch in the US as well. If I can find it, I will link it down below, but how cute is this? I could be about this. That orangey one. I feel like this is the only thing in this episode where I'm like, I will like 100% pick that one up. Of course, there are some things that I'm like, I know I will be getting them in PR, like the Cosmic Brushes one. But I feel like this is the only one in this episode where I'm like, I will 1,000,000% buy this. It looks adorable. That is not true. I will 1,000,000% buy this one as well. And this is the Easy Bake Powder by Huda Beauty in the pressed version. I love a good loose powder, but I cannot lie. A pressed powder has my heart. I just think it's so easy to work with. I just really appreciate the pressed powder. And this is the exact same shade range as she has in her loose powders. And I actually have her loose powder, but for one reason or another, I haven't used it. So I'm not 100% sure if I will pick up the same shade or if I will pick up a lighter shade and I can use this one under the eyes and the other one on my face. But I think it's really nice. This is launching next week. I'm very, very, very excited. I will 1,000,000% be trying this one. There are 2 new launches by Kylie Cosmetics. I don't think that any of these are for me. This is the matte lip crayons in a bunch of different shades. I think the shades look really beautiful. But I feel like, didn't Kylie Cosmetics get the memo that it's not the lip crayons that are popular this year? It's the eyeshadow crayons. Maybe she didn't read the memo properly? Eyes, not lips. But at least she's trying something new. Good for you. Good for her. And I do feel like with Kylie Cosmetics, I feel like her lip products are the ones that probably has been doing the best for the brand. But she is also releasing or re-releasing her concealers. This is the Power Plush Longwear Concealers. It is in 40 shades, which is a lot of shades. It is coming out end of this month, I think. And it's supposed to be weightless, hydrating, and blur the look of pores. Did you like the old Kylie Cosmetics formula? I mean, she did sell the brand and it's been bought by Coty, so it's not going to be the exact same formula, but I'm guessing they're going to try to be somewhere near that formula in case people liked it. Let me know what you think about the old one. Are you interested in hearing my thoughts about this? I will say I think I'm going to pick up the Tower 28 concealer during the Sephora sale because a lot of people seems to be liking it and I'm having a little bit of a FOMO moment here. Makeup Revolution has 2 collabs in the works, and one of them is Makeup Revolution and DC's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I honestly think that it's a really cool collab, and I like seeing like somewhat villains getting their moment. I honestly don't think that this looks bad at all. Will I be picking this up? That I don't know, but again, it's because I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I really like the front of the palettes because it's like comic books on the front. I think that's super cute. There's a double-sided palette that I'm swear to God nobody asked for that. Not a single soul was like, you know what we also want? We not only want the 9-pan palette, we would also like a double-sided palette. No, pick one. Pick one, but there seems to be a liquid lipstick in the Poison Ivy. That's a green. Or is that a color changing gloss? How do I know? Wait, let me zoom in. Hold. It doesn't say anything on the picture, but it might be like a color changing one. And then the Harley Quinn one, there is also a lip duo that seems to have a lipstick and a lip liner. You know, overall, I think this looks pretty cute. I don't hate it, but I don't need it. And there's another thing for Makeup Revolution, and they are doing a collab with Emily in Paris. And here I feel a little bit different because this looks like kids makeup. This could be that bargain bin over at Claire's that's been untouched for years. You just dig a little bit and you find these items. That Eiffel Tower palette is what nightmares are made of. I don't like the look of this at all. I think that this looks very kitschy. I think it looks very cheap. I don't like the color combos. I don't like the packaging. This I don't like at all. I think there's also going to be a makeup, like an advent calendar in this one. And it's like Emily in Paris and Makeup Revolution advent calendar. Who's asking for that? I'm not mad. I just have questions. Who's out there asking for that? I always feel like when I look at these releases, I feel like, oh, this is for someone. There's someone out there that really wanted this, even though I don't. But with this, I'm like, who? Who's out there asking for this? Maybe you are. I will say, I don't use that phrasing a lot on my channel anymore because with time I've realized, you know what, there's a lot of people out there asking for this stuff. But with this, I'm truly mystified by this whole the existence of this collection. This I think looks super cute, and I don't buy a lot of luxury makeup, but the new lipsticks by Hermes look absolutely stunning. The packaging and then the fact that they are sheer lipsticks, they look so cute. This is the fall winter collection by Hermes. This is limited edition. Each lipstick is $78, which I mean, it's very on brand for being Hermes, but they're beautiful. That sheer red with the turquoise like green packaging, it's really pretty. I could see myself liking that, but that's a lot of money for something that I think I could find in my collection. And also, speaking of luxury, this is the new Cafe Rose collection by Tom Ford. First of all, this promo picture is beautiful. The rose petals and the leather in the background, the packaging, the products with that. Oh, it's so pretty. Honestly, so pretty. I like the colors of it. They're probably going to be in the same price range as Hermes, Tom Ford makeup, and Tom Ford Tom Ford everything, accessories, clothing is very, very pricey, but it's really pretty. And I will say, this fragrance, it has potential. It's one of those fragrances. We have a very nice Tom Ford counter at the Neiman Marcus here in Austin, and next time I'm there, if I can find it, I will smell it, because this one has coriander, patchouli, cardamom, resin, and sandalwood, and it's supposed to be a spicy warmth. But when I read about it somewhere else, it's also supposed to have a little coffee, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm intrigued to be looking at this and seeing what this is about, because I'm like, it sounds interesting, and I am all about interesting perfumes. Let's talk about some other perfumes as well. Replica by Maison Margiela is also releasing a new perfume, and this is Under the Stars. And this also has some very interesting notes, and I really do love Replica perfumes. Need to smell this one though, because it's labdanum resinoid, which can sometimes be a little too much for me. Oud infusion, same there, it can be a little bit too much. So I'm wondering if this, but it's also leather in the base notes, and leather I love, but I'm wondering if the labdanum together with the oud is just gonna be too much for me. So I need to smell it. And then there is cypriol, Virginian cedarwood, black pepper, cinnamon leaf, and I'm just like, it sounds warm and spicy, and I love spicy, but sometimes those spicy, when it gets too much oud, I'm just like, it takes over, and I feel like it almost smells like BO, and I'm just like, I'm not about that. So I'm reserving my judgment until I can smell it. This is one of those that I will not blind buy, simply because it clearly says oud, and I'm like, I might hate it. Also fragrances, Kayali is coming up with a new fragrance, and I really love Kayali fragrances. I've talked about them before. That pistachio perfume truly is the best gourmand perfume I've ever smelled. I love the Eden apple. I have a small one of the Eden apple, and mine is almost out, and I'm actually contemplating buying the big one because it's so beautiful. Those wedding perfumes, me and my husband actually have worn those together. My husband loves that black one. He's been using it a lot. I can sniff it in the morning when he's been in here using it. Honestly, he really, really enjoys it. I think those perfumes are so classic and just wearable, but still a little bit of a twist. I honestly think Kayali is just really onto something. They do really, really good perfumes. So I'm very excited to see what this is. As I'm filming this, they haven't revealed what it's going to be about, but let me tell you, I am very, very excited. There's also a new foundation coming, and this is from Rose Inc. And I know my friend Heather was very excited about this because she said the claims sound exactly like something she wanted. This is a medium coverage foundation that's smoothing, weightless, and buildable. Natural finish, and it is ideal for acne-prone skin, meaning that it doesn't include ingredients that can break you out, like coconut, for example. So I am excited. It is in 31 shades, $54 each. It is supposedly available now. I will link it down below. And I think I might pick this one up during the Sephora sale because I usually have the same foundation preferences as Heather. So I'm like, and also since it says weightless, because that to me sounds like it's going to be liquidy, and I love a liquidy foundation. P. Louise has also revealed that she is doing a new eyeshadow palette. And I don't know, she keeps doing those double-sided palettes, and I'm like, they're so big and bulky, and apparently this is 2 double-sided palettes, and you can buy them individually, but I mean, you still get the double-sided, and you're able to buy them as a box as well. It's shaped as a book. I mean, I think the color story is really nice, but you've got to edit yourself a little bit. And I mean, P. Louise her aesthetic is very much the makeup aesthetic that's going on in the UK right now, which is incredibly like dramatic, colorful Instagram makeup that I really like, but the way that they do it in the UK is like, some people are so truly talented, but they want the full range. Like, they want the super light, the almost light, the medium dark, the dark, and then the super dark and the black. Like, they want the full range. And for me, I don't need the full range, but it's also because I don't do my makeup exactly like them. And I'm not saying I'm doing it better. I'm not saying I'm doing it correct. Let's be honest, they're doing it better than me. It's just that when you're into that kind of a makeup, you just want a bigger range of shades. And I think the color stories of these are beautiful, but I definitely think they could have been edited down just a little bit, because it ends up being almost like every palette is either a lot of shades are too similar to each other, or every palette is a rainbow palette. And I'm like, I don't know. So for me, I'm not gonna be picking this one up. I think I'm done, but I do like the color story, and especially that one that has the purple and the green. That looks really pretty, but I don't want a double-sided palette either. I don't think that that one is for me at all. So let's end this with talking about the new brand by I Love Sarahi. And I'm so excited for Karen for releasing her own brand. It is Libra Lashes. It is already available. And I did look at the website, and I think right now they're selling 3 different kinds of lashes, 2 full strip lashes and 1 half lash. These are foam mink lashes, so they're not real mink, they are synthetic lashes. I think they look really pretty, but they're definitely a little bit more on the dramatic side, and I have been liking either a half lash or something that's less dramatic. I don't do a full strip lash at all, and the half lashes that they had on the website, I personally still thought were too long to be a half lash. I would have liked them to be even shorter and a little bit more flared, because that makes them so much easier to apply as a half lash. I'm wearing a half lash today. So for me, these are not the perfect lashes, but I really appreciate that they have strip lash and the half lash, because that makes me very excited about the future. And I'm hoping they will come up with more half lashes in the future that's a little bit more my style, and will definitely be trying them. So big congratulations to Karen. I'm so excited that she has her own brand. I've actually met her in real life. She was super sweet and as gorgeous in real life as she is on Instagram. And I'm always excited to see people just, you know, follow their dreams and doing something fun. Okay, I think that was everything for today. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. I hope your weekend was truly incredible. I am gonna be resting for the rest of the weekend, but I'm just letting you know. Make sure to be here tomorrow. You won't want to miss this. Bye!